Shelter in Whittier, and I just got kicked out about 2-3 weeks ago.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I got kicked out. Some guy stole my shoes, and I met him at the gate, and I told him, "Hey, you stole my shit?" He said, "Yeah, I took your shit. So what?" So I flighted him. I just got in a fight with him. You know what I mean? Flighting him means...
Yeah, going off on him.
Yeah, I ran up on him and I just took off on him, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I got in a fight.
Yeah.
Basically, you know? Yeah.
So, Adrian, where'd you grow up? Where are you from originally?
I grew up in Southgate, California.
Southgate. And tell me about your childhood growing up. You had both your parents?
Well, in the beginning, it was a fairly normal home. Well, I thought it was. You know, until... I was always a curious child. You know, I was curiosity. Always, my mom said when I was little, things like your devices or like stereos, I would put my finger, and without no screwdriver, nothing, I would take out the screws. You know what I mean? With just a finger, my finger and my nail, just to, my mom, as a little kid, you know, as a little 1-year-old, 2-year-old kid. Curious. Yeah, I was real curious, and I didn't really know, I didn't really know about drugs, nothing until probably maybe when I started finding out about drugs when I started seeing my dad. My dad snort coke off the restroom counter, you know, the sink. We have these lines, just see him snort them, and I would hear and I was curious to know what that noise was, so I would go around the house, go to the window, there was a window. I would climb a ladder and look in there, and I see him.
How old were you?
I had to be like 5-6 years old, boss. Nah, probably younger than that. I wasn't even in school yet. Probably like 4 or 5 years old. Yeah. And well, then I got introduced into drugs at 9 years old. My dad, my brother, my dad had a different marriage before he got with my mom. And he had 3 other kids. He had a boy and 2 other daughters. My brother Mario, my sister Brenda, and then my sister Denise. Then they separated. My dad met my mom, which was way younger than his first wife. His first wife was older than him by like 10 years. And so there was a time when my oldest brother, I don't consider them half brothers, you know, because we still got the same blood running through our veins, you know. I consider him to be brothers, you know, they're my brother. So my brother was messing up at the time, and his mom talked to my dad and asked him if he could come live with us. So he came and stayed with us for a while. And that's when I first got introduced to drugs. I was about 9 years old.
Which one?
Excuse me?
Which drug?
Methamphetamine. Meth, crystal.
At what age?
At 9 years old. At 9 years old. And
what does a 9-year-old on meth look like?
A 9-year-old on meth? I took a blast out that pookie, and bam, I shot up in the air like a firework. Like a firework, you know what I mean? For real, like I took a blast and boom, I was gone. And I kept on tripping because I knew my mom was gonna be looking for me. You know what I mean? So my whole trip was, oh, my mom's coming looking for me. I gotta go hide somewhere, you know? Get away from my mom. And but my mom, you know how moms are.
She knew.
Moms know, you know? Moms, they gave birth to you, you know? So they know their kids. and they know where their kids go. They know everything about you. And my mom knew exactly where to go to find me. She went and found me, and she said, "What are you doing?" Hey, what was right away? She's like, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?" I said, "Oh, no, nothing." Bam, and took off again like a firework back to the house. You know what I mean? I didn't really get in trouble that day, but they knew I was on something was wrong.
Did it continue?
It continued. My brother was at the house a little bit longer, and I started getting introduced into weed after the meth. So the first time I hit the meth, bam, it stopped for a little bit, right? But I got introduced. That's when the Cypress Hill. That was in the Cypress Hill era, when the Dr. Green Thumb era and all that. You know what I mean? So weed was real popular in the '90s, like the early '90s. I mean, weed's always been popular, right? Since the '60s, since the hippie days, but it was illegal. It's been illegal until nowadays. Now, today's modern day, got all type of things going legal. You know what I mean? But yeah, I got introduced into weed. The first nickel sack that got sold to me was from a Cypress Hill member. Like I said, I grew up in Southern California. Cypress Hill is from Southgate. You know what I mean? My brother went to school with all them, so that's how he knew him. So my first nickel bag of weed was sold to me by a trigger from Cypress Hill, which later on got kicked out of Cypress Hill due to the fact that he started dabbling with narcotics, which weren't THC marijuana, what they were used to doing. You know what I mean? So they ain't like that, and they kicked him out. You know. But yeah, he sold Trigger sold me my first. His real name is Edgar. Edgar. I don't know. I forgot his last name, but his real name is Edgar. But he was part of the Cypress Hill clan. You know.
Did you finish school?
Did I finish school? Actually, I'm not. I never really went to school. My whole teenage years were involved in me being in jail.
YA?
Youth Authority. At 13, I was in jail went to jail for a murder, and that changed my life. You know, changed my life completely.
How's a 13-year-old get convicted of murder?
A 13-year-old gets convicted of murder because a 13-year-old had already been banging for 2 years. I started gang banging at 11 years old. You know what I mean? So, a 13-year-old got convicted of murder because a 25-year-old started shooting at a 13-year-old. The 13-year-old wasn't having it and shot him.
You killed the guy at 13?
At 13 years old.
Wow. How's that affected your life?
It changed my life completely. It introduced me to a whole new world that I wasn't aware of. Does
it affect you still today? How old are you now?
I'm 31 now. I'll be 32 in a couple months.
Does that affect you still?
At days, yes. That's why I'm in this position that I'm in. I think I try to numb everything you know what I mean?
Yeah. You go to bed at night, put your head on a pillow, and you think about that?
I think about it every day.
Yeah.
Every day of my life.
Be hard not to.
Yeah, every day of my life I think about. You know, as the day goes by, you have these thoughts coming to your head.
It's not about whether the guy was asking for it or not. It's about what happened.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And basically I grew up either get or get got. You know? Either you kill or get killed. I mean, and it wasn't gonna be me getting killed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So how much prison time have you done?
I've done three prison terms. After I got out of youth authority, when I got out of youth authority, I was 18, going on 19. I was about to be 19 years old. Got out. I met this girl. I met this girl in Hunt, and she got introduced to me by my ex-girlfriend, which later became the mother of my son. I have a 10-year-old and a 16-year-old. But before I went to YA, I had already implanted my seed in a girl, which means I had already got a girl pregnant, you know. So before I went to Youth Authority, I was privileged to see my daughter be born, you know. Yeah, and but right after, I ended up getting locked up for that charge, and getting busted, and I came out. Um, I thought I was the Superman of gangsters. Know what I mean? Hey, nobody could tell me nothing. I was nobody's gonna be able to kill me. You know, I thought I was bulletproof. You know what I mean? That's what Youth Authority does to you. You know, it puts you in a mentality where you just think that you're unstoppable, boss. You know. So I get out when I'm 18. I start dabbling with drugs. I'm not doing too heavy drugs. I'm just dabbling with weed, meth. Dabbling with weed, meth. Anything I could get my hands on, I was doing. You know, and so yeah. So I get out. I'm chilling and kicking it with my homeboys, running amok, out there doing things that I'm not supposed to be doing as well. You know, I won't say it on camera, but part of the lifestyle, basically, the gangbanging lifestyle. You know, and our lifestyle, you gotta. It's called putting in work. You gotta put in work. You know, and
You don't need to confess to anything here. You've done enough time already.
you know, but yeah, basically, you have to shoot people. You get what I'm saying? To be able to be not appreciated by your peers, but accepted. Know what I mean?
And shooting innocent people or shooting
Mm.
rival gangs?
No. Never have I shot anybody that was innocent. Never.
Yeah.
Not me personally.
No, but like gangbang era,
But yes,
they were
there
shooting
is-
just people on the street.
Yeah, shooting people that were gangbanging, you know, gangbanging, and or we would go and rob connects that were selling big amounts of drugs, you know, and infesting the neighborhoods with drugs and things of that sort, you know, and that nature, you know.
Making it somewhat justifiable.
Somewhat is a perfect word for it, you know, somewhat, because at the end of the day, is wrong.
Right.
It's not right.
That's exactly right.
Right? Yeah, it's not right. It's wrong. I mean, and later down the line, as I matured, I found these things out, you know. But at the time, I was a reckless kid. I ain't think nothing of it, you know. My bad. I thought I was doing what I was supposed to be doing, what I had to do, you know.
You want to put the water bottle down? It's
Yeah,
making
yeah.
all those noises.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
No problem.
It's
Easy to fix. So the prison time gave you time to think about all this and reconsider?
Yeah, exactly. Mature. All prison did for me, which was in a positive manner, which I believe was mature me. You know, take me from from being a teenager and adolescent to being a grown man. You know, that's all prison did for me. Other than that, I believe prison just makes you worse. You know, because you come out back into the community and you just, it's like a trophy. Like, oh, you get my things. Yeah. Yeah, it's like a trophy, you know?
You're proud of your prison time.
Excuse me?
You're proud of your prison time.
At the time. At the time, yes, I was.
It's a badge of honor.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. It's a badge of honor, exactly. It's a trophy, you know? But now that I look back on it, now I realize, man, I wish I would have gone a different route, you know?
Did you have any role models as a kid? Like your dad was?
Well, my dad really, he used to beat me up, and, you know, my DCFS got into the picture and stuff like that, you know? Basically social services. And my dad got out of my life when I was about 10 years old. 10. Yeah, 10 years old, he was out of my life.
Did you have any positive role models in your life?
My homies,
Your homie.
my homeboys, my friends, my brother, you know? Now, which weren't positive.
Right.
They were negative role models. I didn't have no positive role models.
That's what I'm starting to learn is a huge, huge problem.
Yes, I ain't have no positive role models. You know what I mean? But then again, we don't know these things at the time.
It's not your fault.
We don't know. We don't know these things at the time. And it's not their fault either. You know, they grew up probably the same way. You know, they don't know they're influencing anybody at the time. You know, it's not something that somebody thinks about. Not in my way of living, in the way I grew up. You know, people don't sit down and actually think about these things because everybody's out there high as fuck. You know, like excuse my language. Everybody's out there high, drunk, whatnot. You know, different things. You know, so.
So today you're where? You're living on the street?
I'm living on the street right now.
In Skid Row?
Yeah, on Skid Row.
How long you been here?
This time I've been here about a week or two, but I've lived here before. Yeah, I lived here before. I was out here with my uncle. My uncle, rest in peace, and we used to stay right here off town in between 6th and 7th, right in front of the fire hydrant. We stayed right there for about a good year. My uncle ended up passing away though. He heroin addict as well. He ended up getting an abscess on his hand, which blew up like a Mickey Mouse hand. Blew up like a Mickey Mouse hand, and people kept on saying him. I was in jail at the time. People kept on saying him to go to the doctor that it's gonna be this poisonous, you know. But an abscess is basically an infection, which makes your body blow up. You know, your skin blow up. And if that infection bursts, it's like a blob of infection, nothing but pus in there, you know? And if that layer bursts and goes into your bloodstream, you're dead. And that's what happened to my uncle.
You're using heroin as well today?
Yes.
Which means you're probably getting some fentanyl as well.
I've dabbled with it, but...
Well, you're probably getting it in your heroin. They cut it with that.
Maybe.
I bet you if you were tested, you'd find you have fentanyl in your system.
Yeah, maybe.
Which makes you more able to not die as everyone else is doing when they get fentanyl for the first time. They just OD and die very often. You might be protected from that because you've eased into your fentanyl.
Oh, I see.
No, I'm not telling you you're safe, but
No. I see what you're saying.
But a lot of heroin has fentanyl in it.
Okay, I see now why because some people they smoke fentanyl and they go out.
Right.
The first or second here they go out. And me personally, I dabbled with it about a month ago, 2 months ago, and I overdosed. I flatlined. I was dead. I was dead in the back of the paramedics for 10 minutes. I was dead. They said they had pronounced me dead. You know what I mean? I was lifeless on the bed. They had already shot me up with the Narcan. They said not even the Narcan brought me back.
Really?
Right, but I strongly believe this is the Lord. This is the Lord, because I don't know if you're spiritual or not. You're not?
No.
Okay.
Not if you listen to all these stories. I've done 3,000 of these.
Hey.
It's hard to believe in anything after this.
So you don't believe in God?
No.
Okay. But I'm saying before those stories though.
But I believe in doing the right thing. Basically doing what Jesus would do is something I would believe. But in terms of God watching all over us all, I don't believe it.
But do you believe there was a man that walked on this earth whose name was Jesus?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's what I'm
Jesus,
saying.
I believe in 1,000%.
Okay.
But but the whole God thing, it's hard to believe that God would allow all this stuff to go on.
I think about the same thing sometimes, you know?
Like who would say that so many people getting molested by their protectors is okay? Let's just let that continue. I would step in if I was God.
Right.
Nobody needs to go through that.
Yeah, you're right.
Doesn't help anybody.
You're right. That's and it's wrong.
And God's going to allow that? If God is this all powerful thing?
Yeah, that's just wrong.
Makes it hard to believe.
Right. I've thought about the same thing.
But Jesus, I believe 1,000% that Jesus was on the right track.
But what do you think? But do you believe that he had powers?
No, he was just doing the right thing.
Okay.
And he was hated by a lot of people and loved by so many, right? He was just doing the right thing. That's all that was, in my opinion. It wasn't he was some magical, mystical
It was
person.
like a legend that God became a legend, basically.
Yeah, because he did the right thing by everyone.
I understand. Yeah, but me personally, I saying, well, okay. So I'm sitting down. I'm sitting down. I'm laying down dead already, and
In the paramedics truck.
the paramedics that had been dead. This is what the paramedics told me. You know, I had been dead already for 10 minutes, and out of nowhere, I just wake up.
You came to.
Yeah, I came to, exactly.
I started beating, you started breathing.
I started breathing again. 10 minutes after I had been dead. And then the life just came back in me. Woke up like, and I looked around. Oh my God, I overdosed, huh? I already knew, because it was my first time overdosing. You know? Fentanyl, but it was fentanyl straight, you know?
Right.
So, I had took the first hit. First hit was cool. Took the second hit, that's when I don't remember. I just remember lining it up, and after that I don't remember. You know?
What makes you want to even try fentanyl?
I was just drunk. I was
Yeah.
drunk. I wasn't thinking.
But you know it's a drug that can kill you very easily.
Yes, I know that. But when you're drunk, you don't care. You don't care about a lot of things.
Is there a self-destructive streak in you that's...
Yes, very, very, very much so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think we all have it.
Yes.
I think we all have it in different ways.
Yes. Self-destructive. Yes. Perfect wording.
Where do you think that comes from?
Youth authority.
Mm.
Youth authority. That's what I'm saying. Youth authority doesn't make things no better. It puts you in a certain mentality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That you think things are all right to do. It's okay to do these things, you know? Or not even it's okay to do these things, is you could get away with these things.
Mm. That's
You know what I mean?
interesting. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Like
Not just so that it's cool to do, but you could
get away with these
you
things.
can get away with it if you do it right.
Yes, if you do it right, exactly.
Yeah.
If you do it the right way, you can get
So
away.
then it becomes a challenge in the game.
Yes. Exactly.
Makes it appealing
Exactly.
to a young man.
Exactly. To a young man, exactly.
Yeah. As you get older, you realize
As you get older, you realize, yes,
it was all.
you're a kid, you're young and dumb,
Yeah.
you know? Like you just weren't thinking. Yeah, because it could have went wrong in so many ways, so many perspectives. You start thinking of so many different perspectives, and yeah, it could have went wrong in so many ways, so many different ways, you know. But yeah, you don't think about that at the time, you know.
Interesting.
Yes. And
So where does your life go now? You're still a young man.
Well, I'm 31 right now. I'm trying to get back into a shelter or housing. Like I said, I was doing good. I was clean off heroin. I was clean for almost a year.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd you get clean from heroin?
Suboxone.
Yeah.
Suboxone helped me get clean. You know, why I got locked up. I got out, and I wanted to do it, but I knew if I went down that route, I knew where I was gonna end up at, and I didn't want to go that route. You know, so I started dabbling with Suboxone. I mean, not dabbling, it's considered medication.
Yeah.
Right? Started taking that, and I got clean. But this whole ordeal where the guy stole from me messed everything up. I got kicked out of the program. I didn't have nowhere to go, so I was back on the streets. A lot of time on my hands, nothing to do. Going back from point A, I guess.
Hard to get Suboxone when you're on the street?
No, it's not hard. I'm just saying it's hard to stay clean when you're on the street, because everything that's around you and so much time that you have in your hands. You know what I mean? A lot of time.
And everywhere you look, everything is fucked up.
Yes.
So you might as well smoke heroin.
Yes. You know? So
I think if you were in an environment very, very different than Skid Row, living on the street on Skid Row, maybe you were in some kind of situation where you were treated with dignity and respect, you may have decided differently, right?
Right.
But good luck with that. Good luck with that. They throw you in the street and you're a piece of crap.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Yep.
What's the most important thing you've learned in your life?
The most important thing I've learned in my life is that nobody cares about you. Nobody's gonna take care of you better than yourself. You know? Nobody. A wise man once told me, tomorrow the sun will shine, with or without you. With or without you, that sun will come up tomorrow and shine. So, nobody's gonna take care of yourself better than yourself. Not your mom. Well, maybe only your mom. That's the only person. Right, only your mom. But besides your mother, nobody in this world is gonna take care of better yourself than yourself. Not your dad, not your friends, because at the end of the day, you don't really got no friends. Know what I mean? Because when you're in jail, where's the money on your books? Where's your commissary at? Where's the phone calls at? Where's them accepting a phone? Nobody's accepting these phone calls.
I mean, you've got a self-destructive streak that's pretty deep.
Right.
Good luck.
Right, good luck. Good luck with that. Know what I mean? Hey, yeah. So the most important thing I learned in my life is, to take care of yourself, you know what I mean? And try to do the right thing, you know? Try to do the right thing, because the wrong thing doesn't lead you to nowhere right. Know what I mean? It won't, it never, your mind might tell you but it's just a lie. It's a lie. The right thing, it's always good to do the right thing. The correct thing, you know? The right thing.
Adrian, thank you so much for talking with me.
Thank you.
Interesting.
Thank you.
I wish you the best of luck.
I wish you the best of luck as well. Thank you. I appreciate this opportunity.